All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing here in Vegas. Jeremy Root and Austin Hakes have the front row. Jeremy Edwards, Patrick Pieper on the second. Richie Joplin and Blakey Pooh Snickerdoodle Boo Boo on the third. Kirk Marble, Brandon Newby on the fourth row. Clay Kirchenbauer and Tyler Ott round out your top 10. Jacob Morgan starting in 11th. Harold Rothery in 12th. DJ the Iceman Kenner starts in 13th. Cody Kennedy back in 14th. Mike Brown in 15th. Colby Whipple in 16th. Trevor Sotheby in 17th. Edmund Jones starts in 18th. Lonnie Roberts in 19th. And Aaron Brill starts in 20th. Russell Worth, Brian Hewitt, Ryan McDaniel, and Dustin Slover round out the field. Dustin barely made it in time. Trevor saying Colby Whipple is a TikTok. Not 100% sure what that means, but sounds good to me. Ryan McDaniel back there all alone said keep a crash cam on him tonight. Dustin Slover barely got in time to take to the grid tonight. All the cars begin to roll from the front straightaway. One pace lap around this 1.5 mile track. Let's take a quick look at the track temperature, see if it's come down or gone up. Since qualifying, it has come down a whopping 5 degrees. Drivers will have a little bit more grip, but it's still going to be a hot, slick track. They still got to be very, very careful out here. Pace car about to drop in. There is Barney the Flagman ready to drop the green flag here in Vegas. They're in the zone and the green flag is in the air. They are away in Las Vegas. And already seeing some guys push the limits here, almost 3 wide as Pieper tries to make his way forward. Some close calls out there for lap 1, but everybody holds on to it. Former winner Edmund Jones starting to make his way through the field. Dustin Slover already picking up a couple laps despite not qualifying and 0 practice tonight. Jeremy Root, for the moment, continues to lead. Jeremy Edwards just set the fastest lap. Edwards has a tendency to lead a lot at Vegas. Austin Hakes now in 3rd. Viken now up to 4th. Pieper in 5th. Edmund Jones, a former winner here in the second truck series, is up 4 spots now into 14th. Aaron Brill already up 2 spots. Brian Hewitt already up 2 spots. And Dustin Slover up 2 spots. Ryan McDaniel also starting to move forward. Austin Hakes up on that high side. Cody Kennedy back in 15th as Kevin cheering him on tonight. Aaron Brill starting to make his way forward here as well. And Tina telling Ryan to get his butt in gear. Go, Ryan, go. Right foot down, buddy. Viken now up into 3rd. Pieper in 4th. Kirk Marble already up into the top 5. Austin Hakes has drifted back into 6th. Richie Joplin in 7th in that pretty, very beautiful new car for Richie. Clay Kirchenbauer in 8th. Newbie back in 9th. Jacob Morgan in 10th. Looks like about the top 10 have gotten single file for the moment. Tyler Ott in 11th has closed up to the back bumper of Jacob Morgan. But DJ the Iceman Kenner is closing in, bringing Cody Kennedy with him. And Edmund Jones lurking right behind. Jeremy Edwards has taken the lead from Jeremy Root. Root now into 2nd with Viken all over the bumper, but Jeremy opening up a gap. As I mentioned at pre-race, we've broadcast 2 races at Vegas in the last week. And I can tell you that the oval refresh that iRacing has done has changed all the tracks. But we have seen the changes here at Vegas. We'll see throughout a run and throughout the night how much the drivers' lines have to change, how much adjustment. It may come down to who can adjust their driving style and their driving line the best to come out on top. Brandon Newby now battling with Clay Kirchenbauer. Newby in 8th, Kirchenbauer in 9th, Jacob Morgan looking to the bottom in 10th. Top 7 single file for the moment. Newby now clear in 8th, Clay in 9th, trying to hold off Jacob. Interesting note, we also have the manufacturer standings for the season. So far, currently Toyota leads. Chevy in 2nd, Ford in 3rd. Come on, Chevy, get it together. Three of the top 5 right now are Chevys. Most of the top 10 is Chevys, with 1 Ford and 3 Toyotas. Blake Viken has now slipped up into second. Jeremy Root in third. Kirk Marble now trying to make something happen next to Patrick Pieper. Thank you so much for the stars, Tina. Russell Worth has now moved up into 23rd. Ryan still holds on in 24th. That back three, though, does seem Brian Hewitt, Russell Worth, and Ryan McDaniel almost seems like a Daytona move. They have got about a 1 second gap to that lead draft at the moment. Lonnie Roberts at the tail end of that lead pack. I have to wonder if that back three is playing it safe here in the early going, as Root is on the attack to reclaim second. Root looking to the high side on Blake. Meanwhile, Kirk Marble slide jumps up the track in front of Pieper. Marble now to fourth. Hey, good evening, Matt. Yeah, Richie currently in 7th. Edmund qualified poorly. Edmund currently running in 13th, up 5 spots. Richie Joplin did tell me before the race he does not like this track. He does not do well here. It's one of the few tracks he has not led a whole lot of laps at. And Jeremy Edwards proving what we knew beforehand. Edwards has led a lot of laps here, but Jeremy Root is closing back in. Kirk Marble is now up into third, Pieper in fourth. As Blakey Pooh Snickerdoodle Boo Boo in the 18 seems to be fading just a little bit. Did he use up the tires too early, as Richie Joplin in 7th is looking under the defending champ? Blake giving a big push to Austin down the back straightaway. Richie gets down underneath. Looked like Blake was having a problem getting into turn 3, opened the door, and Richie went through. Brandon Newby, Clay Kirchenbauer still right behind. Cody Kennedy now up 4 spots. He is in the top 10. Edwards continues to lead, but Jeremy Root is closing in again. As hot as the track is here tonight, I have a sneaking suspicion a lot of these drivers we're seeing lose ground and then come back like Jeremy Root. I have a sneaking suspicion these guys are just losing grip a little bit through the turns, gathering it up and marching forward again. Tyler Ott now into 11th. Jacob Morgan back to 12th. Edmund Jones sits in 13th. EJ the Iceman Kenner in 14th. Whipple was way out of shape coming out of turn 4. See if he can hold on to it for the next lap. But exactly what we've been talking about. This track is hot. It's slippery. The drivers are sliding all over the place. Edmund Jones almost got the wall. Looks like this time Whipple's got it under control. That was a close call for Colby. Blake Viken has now slipped all the way back into 9th. He is really struggling here. Moving Newbie up into 7th, Clay Kirchenbauer to 8th, but keep an eye on Clay as this race goes on. This hot tire wear, slick, slidey track is exactly what Clay likes. Jeremy Edwards still holding off route for the moment. Kirk Marble reeling them both in. The gap back to 4th, now 1.1 seconds, and that gap is getting bigger. Patrick Pieper sitting in 5th. Richie Joplin now up to 6th. Newbie in 7th. Kirchenbauer 8th. Cody Kennedy in 9th. Blake Viken has drifted all the way back into 10th. And Tyler Ott is reeling him in. Those 3 cars toward the back, Brian Hewitt, Russell Worth, Ryan McDaniel, all staying within reach of each other, but have lost a lot of ground on that lead pack. I think they were really expecting a caution before now. That caution has not come. As we now have a 3-car battle for the lead. Root has reclaimed it. Kirk Marble followed him through. Jeremy Edwards slipped back to 3rd. Kirk started back in 7th, is up 5 spots into 2nd place. Interesting to note that 2nd in points, Justin Swafford is not here tonight. And Blake Viken, who came out of Daytona leading the points, is drifting back on the track. Blake all the way back to 10th. The defending champ has lost a lot of ground here. Austin Hakes has started closing the gap on Jeremy Edwards. Edwards losing a little bit of ground to the top 2 for the moment. Brandon Newby continues to reel in Richie Joplin in 6th. Clay Kirchenbauer for the moment has lost the draft off that group. Now has Cody Kennedy closing to his back bumper. Ryan McDaniel had a problem. He has recovered. Let's see what happened. Ryan coming out of turn 4, and we have seen a lot of guys get loose. Ryan, no exception. Gets a little bit of the wall, but another great save here tonight. Of course, we saw Ryan's epic save last week at Daytona. There is even a short for it on our YouTube channel if you missed it. Hey, good evening, Dolores Lopez. Thank you so much for the stars. Kirk Marble all over that back bumper. Jeremy Edwards half a second behind. Austin Hakes has broken away from that group behind and is starting to close the gap on Edwards. Richie Joplin has now moved up into 5th. And Patrick Pieper has lost a lot of ground since the start of this one, back to 7th. Blake Kirchenbauer in 8th, Cody Kennedy in 9th. Cody was on his bumper a moment ago, a little breathing room between them. Ryan McDaniel is on pit road. The McDaniels home repair car obviously struggling here at Vegas. We talked about it at pre-race. This is one of those tracks that's love or hate. There is no middle ground when it comes to Vegas. Jacob Morgan and Edmund Jones getting into it. That is the battle for 11th right behind Blake. Edmund all over the back bumper as Jacob has just caught Blake. DJ Kinner right there with him. Ryan McDaniel coming back off pit road after 4 tires, fuel, and repairs. That little bit of a bump into the wall likely had a dramatic effect for Ryan, as this is a very aero-sensitive track. Jacob Morgan now into the top 10, and the Iceman looks underneath Edmund Jones for 12th. Blake is still loose. No! Blake gets into the wall right in front of Edmund. Caution is out for the first time, lap 34. Tyler Ott also caught a piece of that. Let's take a look. There's Tyler Ott, not far behind that pack. He sees the crash, goes all the way to the bottom, but Blake tries to stop, just can't. Ott had nowhere to go. You see Edmund looks to the outside. Blake pushes up just a little bit. And then Tyler Ott nowhere to go. 34 laps in, should see every driver on pit road this time. Ryan McDaniel likely going to stay out and reclaim one of his laps, maybe both here. Kirk Marble actually just passed for the lead coming down pit road. Hopefully he did not speed, but man, this is that is quite a battle down pit road. That was a surprise to say the least. Here they come off pit road. The first one out is going to be Kirk Marble. Jeremy Root came out second, Jeremy Edwards in third, Austin Hakes in fourth, Richie Joplin in fifth. Brandon Newby comes out sixth, Patrick Pieper in seventh, Clay comes out eighth, Jacob Morgan in ninth, Cody Kennedy in 10th. Edmund Jones, who got caught up in the middle of that, came out in 14th, trying to see if he got any damage off that. Everybody begins to stack back up, ready to go. Blake Veeken is still sitting on pit road. Looks like he will be on his way back out, will maintain the lead lap. Ryan McDaniel did get one of his laps back. Tyler Ott lost several. He is on his way back out. They did not have a fast repair tonight, so drivers having to do manual repairs on pit road. That has got to have hurt both Blake Veeken and Tyler Ott. Ryan McDaniel did get one of his laps back. He is now in 22nd, one lap down. And with everybody stacked back up, anything could happen on this restart, including a major increase in the volume. Might be the only restart we get tonight, as clean as this race has been so far. Perfect opportunity, folks, for us to crank it up. Once the green flag drops, we'll push the button. We'll stop talking, and you guys crank up the volume. Hey, thanks, Steve. Hayes' car is in, folks. Get ready. It is time. Crank it up. That is just a bunch of fun for us. Hope you guys enjoyed that as well. Kirk Marble still has the lead, but Jeremy Edwards is now back to second. Jeremy Root in third, Austin Hakes in fourth, Newbie now into the top five, Clay in sixth. And a lot of battle going on mid-pack. Jacob Morgan on the move. Morgan now up into ninth, trying to find a way past 8th place Patrick Pieper. DJ the Iceman Kenner also on the move, up to 11th. Tyler Ott is back on pit road. Blakey Poot still on pit road. Richie Joplin still sits in 7th, but man, is he under attack. Hey, welcome back, Martin. Kirk Marble back in the lead. And it looks like Kirk and Jeremy have pulled a 1-second gap on third place, Jeremy Root. Now, Jeremy Edwards has led a number of laps in every race he has been in here. He was one of the drivers picked to potentially win here tonight. Blake cheering on the rest of his pay-to-win teammates out here tonight. Sounds like Blakey Poop may not make it back out on track. Jeremy Root in third, Austin Hakes in fourth. Clay Kirchenbauer now back into the top 5, has gone past Newby. Richie Joplin has drifted back to 7th. Jacob Morgan all over him in 8th. Here comes Pieper back underneath. Cody Kennedy lurking right behind. Kennedy has been on the move tonight. And the Iceman Cunrath, he is closing in as well in 11th. And the biggest mover so far is the guy that had 0 practice. Did not even get a qualifying lap in. Barely made it into the race in time. Dustin Slover started dead last, up 12 spots into 12th right now. If I'm the other drivers on track and I know he's picked up 12 spots already, I'd be worried if I was in front of him. Edwards and Kirk Marble in the lead. Edwards in second. Now a 1.6 second gap on Jeremy Root in third. Austin Hakes in fourth, and Clay Kirchenbauer in fifth. Cody Kennedy lurking back there in 10th. That group that had been battling settled down for the moment to pull back up to the rest of the top 10. But now Cody Kennedy is looking underneath Patrick Pieper into turn 3. If you guys want to see some more exciting racing, don't forget to come back tomorrow night at 7 Eastern. The cleanest league on iRacing, Home Motorsports, is back tomorrow night. And of course, tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, we will have the HTSAI Community Convoy for all you ATS truckers. Come out and join the fun. Angie will have that up at 8. And we'll be streaming that once we get done with that Home Motorsports broadcast. Might even bring some of the Home Motorsports guys with us. Kirk Marble is starting to open up a gap on Jeremy Edwards. Looking through the field, it does appear Kirk is the highest I-rated driver in the field. But he has got one of the best at Vegas on his bumper. Austin Hakes, another one of the rookies here this season, putting on quite a show. The whole field knows he is here. Currently running in fourth. But he has got the grizzled veteran right on his bumper. One of the original Nowski drivers, Clay Kirchenbauer, on the move, currently sitting in fifth. Edmund Jones got caught up in that first caution, has worked his way back up into 13th. Mike Brown also starting to move forward into 14th. Colby Whipple just took 15th from Aaron Brill. Aaron ain't having it. He goes back to the high side. And Brill is going to clear into 15th on the backstretch. Trevor Sotheby starting to reel in some of the cars ahead. has Harold Rothery, Lonnie Roberts, and Russell Worth right there on the attack. Jeremy Edwards has now lost some ground to the leader. Now 0.6 of a second back as Jeremy Root is starting to close in. Oh, Jeremy Root may have just lost connection. It does appear Jeremy Root has lost connection. Hopefully we'll see him back out on track quickly, but that is a heartbreak. Root sat 11th in points coming into the night. Kirk Marble, meanwhile, continues to open the gap on Jeremy Edwards. Austin Hakes now up to third. That moves Clay Kirchenbauer to fourth, Newby into fifth. Richie Joplin now to sixth. Dustin Slover had a problem a moment ago. Dustin down on the bottom, loose. Drifts it out of turn 4, shoots through the grass, pulls it back up on the track, keeps his foot in it, stays with Edmund Jones. That was a great save by Dustin Slover. Worth reminding everybody, Dustin Slover had exactly 0 laps coming into the night. He did not make it in time for practice, did not even have time to qualify, barely made it in time to take to the grid. Dustin still managing to hold on to 12th place, up 12 spots from where he started. In the meantime, Kirk Marble continuing to pull away, now has almost a full second on Jeremy Edwards. Everybody was last on pit road, lap 35. 4 tires and fuel. They were looking at 44 to 48 laps on a tank. But about 30 laps into that first run is where we started seeing the cars sliding around, going everywhere. Could be extremely dangerous in the situation we see right now with Clay Kirchenbauer, Brandon Newby, Richie Joplin. Austin Hakes just ahead of him, fairly clear, but with these three starting to try and make moves on each other. Saw Newby looking underneath Clay a few moments ago. And don't forget, Cody Kennedy is still closing in on this group. Patrick Pieper holding on to 8th, Jacob Morgan in 9th, but the Iceman is on Morgan's bumper. This is one of those tracks that DJ knows how to win at, especially in this particular car. DJ knows how to win a lot of races and a championship in this car. We've seen it before. We may see it again this season. Richie Joplin, who hates this track, is now looking underneath Clay Kirchenbauer, trying to take fifth. Jeremy Root has reconnected, is back out on track, and oh! Clay bounced off the wall out of turn 2, got into Richie. Just a little bump. Richie manages to save it. That was a close call between those two. Clay holds on to fifth for the moment, but Richie is closing back in and brought Cody Kennedy even closer. Oh, just saw Pieper bounce off the wall as well. A lot of drivers starting to get that turn 2 wall. Now, in practice and qualifying, track tip was 125. At the start of the race, it was down to 120. It has dropped another 8 degrees. Now down to 112. But at this point, these tires are just hot, worn out. They're just trying to hold on, find any grip they can. Kirk Marble is even starting to lose some ground as Jeremy Edwards is closing back in. Austin Hakes, Brandon Newby, Clay Kirchenbauer, Richie Joplin also moving forward. Pieper got the wall again at a 2. Looked like he just gave it a little kiss that time. We know the drivers can go 44 to 48 laps, so we're looking at fuel stops around lap 80, but will the drivers come in a little earlier for tires? We see that the tires seem to be going away after about 30 laps. Eric Lower cheering on Jacob Morgan in that 24 car, that very famous Chrome Illusion 50th NASCAR 50th anniversary paint scheme, and Jacob is moving forward, has been all night. Jacob looking underneath Cody Kennedy. DJ Kenner not far behind. Jeremy Root also in that group. Root currently scored in 22nd. That has also moved Ryan McDaniel up to 21st. We have seen Pieper and several others as, wow, we've got them 3 wide headed toward 1. Root obviously getting tires before he came back out after losing connection. And you see the difference. Those fresh tires are making out here. In fact, looking at lap times, Kirk Marble's fastest lap, 31.07. Last time by, 32.62. So lost 1.5 seconds over that 30-lap run. We mentioned Patrick Pieper. We've seen him really having to work that car. He's kissed the wall twice that we have seen. Let's ride along with him. That orange indicator. That little orange stripe is the top of the wheel. How much is he fighting it? A lot off of turn 2. Hey, good evening, Paulo Anacito and Ryan Warp. How are you? You hear how much he is out of the throttle right now, trying to get that car to turn. Meanwhile, Jeremy Root barely lifting it all on those fresh tires. Ryan Blakey Poo Snickerdoodle Boo Boo got caught up earlier on in an incident. Had to sit on pit road for repairs. Is currently 23rd, several laps down. And Mark D'Antuma wishing Richie Joplin a happy birthday. Today is Richie's 17th birthday of 2024. Of course, Richie Joplin had 365 birthdays in 2023. Jeremy Edwards is on pit road. Clay Kirchenbauer is in. We are seeing green flag stops for the first time. Pieper is in. Edmund Jones had a problem a moment ago. See if we can see what happened to Edmund. There's Edmund on the high side coming out of turn 4. Kisses the wall hard. Through the grass, keeps his foot in it. And manages to save it, get it back up on track. We have seen turn 4 biting drivers all night long. Cold tires, old tires, it's not really mattered. Caution is out. Caution is out, and Edmund Jones is involved. Ryan, surprisingly, no, not this time. Let's see what happened to Edmund. Remember, the lap before, Edmund had just barely gathered it up. He comes up as the 22 comes down. They meet in the middle. And body panels are flying. He's going to have extensive work. Remember, no fast repairs tonight. Kirk Marble leads them all down pit road. Everybody hits their pit stalls. Kirk, the first one in. He won the race off pit road last time. Can he do it again? And here he comes. Everybody rolling behind him, and he does it again. Kirk Marble has the lead. We'll see if we can dial up the 16. Hey, Kirk, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey, 2 pit stops, 2 perfect pit stops. You get out here, but more than that, you just dominating out here tonight.
Hey, Doug, it's buddy.
I grabbed the wrong K. Sorry, buddy. Hey,
I was like, wait, what? I thought you said my name.
You have had a good night. You're up 9 spots into the top 5 now, though.
Yeah, I've just been taking it easy, trying to save my tires. You know, just hanging back and watch everybody just burn the tires off.
It has definitely paid off. We see you moving up through the late run.
Yeah, I got some catchy moments there towards the end of that run right there, and almost took out 2 guys.
Well, you still managed to hang on to it, and you've got a top 5 spot. Hopefully you can hold on to it, maybe even pick up a few more.
Hopefully, and then hopefully I can keep it together until the checker flag this time around.
Hopefully so, buddy. Good luck.
Thanks, bud.
And bless you. Well, let's see if we can get Kirk now. Hey, Kirk, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, a dominant performance so far out here.
Man, you know, really, thanks for the confidence boost, but really, I think it's Rudy Patooty's race, but that connection issue cost him a lot.
It definitely seemed to, man. You you passed him fairly early on. You managed to pass him on pit road, which was an impressive move, and I really expected to see a speeding penalty.
Yeah, I think he just gave that to me. He just kind of let off the gas going down pit road.
Well, whatever gets it done, once you've been out front, you've been pretty much unstoppable. Can you hold everybody off for the remainder of this one?
I don't know. It's the tires wear out pretty quick, so we'll have to see who can save their tires the best.
Well, man, good luck. You've put on quite a show so far, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Kirk Marble currently has the lead. Richie Joplin is now up to second. Newbie in third. Austin Hakes in fourth, as we mentioned when we talked to him. Cody Kennedy now up to fifth, quietly moving forward. Jacob Morgan in sixth. The Iceman now up to seventh. Dustin Slover, 0 practice, 0 qualifying. Started 24th. Biggest mover of the night, currently in 8th. Aaron Brill in 9th. Lonnie Roberts in 10th. Paulo Anacito is calling for somebody to wreck Newbie. How you been, Paulo? Miss you, buddy. Pace car is in. Kirk Marble in control into the restart zone. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Just over 50 laps to go in Vegas. Marble gets one heck of a launch on Newbie. Newbie now to second place. Top 3 single file, but everything is up for grabs back behind as Austin Hakes and Cody Kennedy battle it out. Here comes Jacob Morgan on the attack. Brian Hewitt may have had a problem a moment ago. It appears he's gathered it up. And Brandon Newby goes to the lead for the first time tonight. Richie Joplin back. Caution is back out. Blakey Pooh Snickerdoodle Boo Boo is involved. Only our third caution on lap 83. Blake in the middle. Blake is so out of shape. There's Blake in the middle in the Dollar General car. That's Clay Kirchenbauer up top. Blake's car just snaps loose. He does get into Clay, bangs him up into the wall. Blake goes around. The defending champ not having a great night. Ryan, I will be sure to relay that to him post-race to make sure he gets it together before next week when they go to Rockingham. Also, if you were here last week, you heard the beautiful unicorn Angie in the booth with us. Next week, it is expected to see Angie in the car at Rockingham. Here's an interesting note about Rockingham. My youngest daughter has a win there. I've got a couple of wins there. So there is a bit of a tradition in our family of getting the win at Rockingham. Hey, good evening, Bryce Whipple cheering on Colby. Does look like Blake is still on pit road. Clay Kirchenbauer did go in for repairs. Mike Brown also on pit road. The drivers are right on the edge. Some of them may be able to make it from here if they top off on the last lap under caution. And yeah, they are thinking it. Colby Whipple, Patrick Pieper, Clay Kirchenbauer, Ryan McDaniel, all on pit road to top off. Worth noting, Ryan McDaniel has been picking up spots throughout the race just due to attrition. Blakey Poo did not sneak through that one. Well, Blake, I'm glad you got that message from Ryan, so I don't need to repeat it. Dustin Slover now up 17 spots into 7th place. Dustin not available to talk to, but man, what a run he has had tonight. Hey, good evening, John. How are you? John cheering on Ryan McDaniel, who's currently sitting in 20th. Lights are back out on the pace car. Brandon Newby and Kirk Marble have the front row. Richie Joplin, Austin Hakes on the second, Cody Kennedy, Jacob Morgan on the third, Dustin Slover, DJ Kenner, Aaron Brill, and Harold Rothery round out your top 10. Pete cheering on Colby Whipple. Colby, one of the drivers that just topped off on fuel, so he's back in 18th. But watch for these guys to be here at the end if this thing stays green. You know what? We did it early in the race. I think we'll do it again on the restart because everybody loves to crank it up. So once the pace car drops in, folks, turn up your volume and enjoy the sounds of all this horsepower flying around the track. Here we go. Pace car is in. They are in the zone. Green is back in the air. Crank it up, y'all. I hope you guys enjoy that as much as we do. 44 laps to go here in Vegas. Some of the drivers in the back half of the field have enough fuel to go the distance. And Kirk Marble just set the fastest lap so far tonight. Dustin Slover starting to make some moves again. He closes the gap on Cody Kennedy. Briefly looked to the high side, thought about making it 3 wide, now shoots down to the bottom. DJ Kenner and Harold Rothery right behind. Harold Joe, holy cow. Peeper just came by Harold. That got close. DJ Kenner also on the move. Jeremy Edwards has fallen back suddenly. Off into 1 and 2, though. He starts to pick them back up. We have seen so many drivers having problems catching the car out of turn 4. Very likely could be what happened to Jeremy Edwards as he came off turn 4. We mentioned it earlier, this track is hot, it is slick, and on cold tires or old tires, these guys are sliding all over the place. On old tires, we saw a lot of drivers tagging the exit of turn 2, and it has not mattered what condition the tires are in. Coming off turn 4, we have seen everybody slide. Edmund Jones, a former winner here, had a big issue out of turn 4, then got caught up in an incident. Edmund out of the race. Kirk Marble, Brandon Newby, Austin Hakes on a breakaway from Richie Joplin. Cody Kennedy right behind in 5th. Jacob Morgan is there. Jeremy Edwards has climbed back up. Hey, thank you, Martin. Yeah, these are some of the best racers on iRacing. Can't wait to see you out here battling with them, buddy. Cody Kennedy, Jeremy Edwards, Jacob Morgan. Got single file for the moment. Patrick Pieper got by the Iceman to take 9th. DJ now in 10th. Rothery in 11th. Root in the mix there, trying to reclaim the lead lap here, but after losing connection, He is almost 10 laps behind. He has, however, managed to hold on to 21st, just trying to get any points he can here tonight. After Daytona, Root was 11th in points, and it may seem early in the season to be talking about points, but after Daytona, every point counts. All the drivers do expect to be caught up in the big one at Daytona, so they don't think about points, but as soon as you go to the next race, you are thinking about getting every point you can. Cody Kennedy has now moved up into 4th, up 10 spots. He did say he has just been trying to conserve the tires as much as possible. The track temperature has continued to drop. Remember, at the start of this race, the track temp was 120. In practice, it was 125 degrees. It is now down to 103. That will give the drivers a little more grip and a little bit less tire wear. We could see a bit more aggression late in the race, and Blakey Pooh's Snickerdoodle Boo Boo is rolling off pit road again. Russell Worth has come to pit road. This is an unexpected stop. He is within the fuel window. This might be a strategy move. He will have some of the freshest tires on the track. And caution is back out on lap 101. Dustin Slover involved. Slover and Edwards. Oh, Slover just pushes up a little bit. And a heartbreaking end to a epic charge. Remember, Dustin had started dead last on the field. Actually, it does look like the wave around should go to Ryan McDaniel here. As everybody hits pit road, this will likely be the last stop. You have to wonder how this is going to affect some of these guys that pitted earlier to top off on fuel. Will anybody stay out to see if they can stretch it? Blakey Poo does get one of his laps back. Ryan McDaniel appears to be getting the wave around. He will be back on the lead lap. And Kirk Marble wins the race off pit road yet again. Austin Hakes comes out in second. Cody Kennedy in third. Jeremy Edwards in fourth. Richie Joplin comes out in fifth. Let's see if we can get a word with fourth place, Jeremy Edwards. Hey, Jeremy, it's Doug. You got me? Hey, Jeremy Edwards, it's Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, you've had a few wild moments here tonight, but you've always managed to keep coming back. Do you got enough fight to pick up those last few spots?
We'll see. I tried putting a few laps earlier, and the caution came out, so it sent me back pretty far. But we'll see how it goes. Kirk's fast, of course. Austin, Cody. So we'll see what happens.
I have to say, we saw you have a little bit. We've seen everybody have some struggles off turn 4, especially on cold tires. Does that worry you a lot, knowing how close you are to the end on fresh tires?
No, this last 30 laps here, really all the long runs I've done hasn't really affected me too bad, so I think it'll be all right.
Well, man, best of luck. It's been an exciting race so far. You've been up front. You've held on to the top 5 most of the night. Hopefully you can get it done tonight.
Yeah, thanks.
Jeremy Edwards currently sits in 4th place. Brandon Newby did lose a lot of time. It looks like he got a speeding penalty. So, Ryan, to answer your question, it looks like they'll have to fire the driver, as it appears he got the speeding penalty on pit road. Apparently, Paulo agrees. We are going to restart with just under 30 laps to go. Only 4 cautions here tonight in Vegas. It has been just non-stop battling. Everybody on cold tires, and the track temp has dropped even further. It is now down to 99 degrees. The pace car about to drop back in. Could this be the final restart? Kirk Marble in control. Out of turn 4, pace car. There goes the pace car to pit road. Kirk into the restart zone. He fires green flag back in the air. Cody Kennedy also gets a great launch under Austin Hakes to take second. Cody clears into second out of turn 2, and holy cow, Edwards got really out of shape out of turn 2, but holds on to it. Richie Joplin, Patrick Pieper touch into turn 3. Oh, big wreck on the front straightaway. Caution is out. Lap 107. Tyler Ott, Brian Hewitt involved. Brian Hewitt has towed to pit road. Harold Rothery and Ryan McDaniel also having problems. Let's see what happened to everybody on this one. There's Ryan back behind as everybody checks up. Ryan gets way low through the apron and holds on to it. Finally, Lady Luck is on Ryan's side for once. See what happens. A big checkup out of turn 4. And several cars get yeeted into the infield or into the outside wall. There's a big Colby Whipple and Brian Hewitt get together. Everybody back behind stacks up. Holy cow. Colby Whipple, Trevor Sotheby, Mike Brown, Harold Rothery, Lonnie Roberts, and Brian Hewitt all on pit road. Root gets the waiver out, getting one of his laps back. Ryan McDaniel saved it. And he has moved up into 12th place after being several laps down early on. And let's see if we can talk to the driver that managed to get really, really lucky in that one. Ryan, it appears Lady Luck has finally decided to be on your side tonight.
Yes, sir.
You were 2 laps down earlier. You managed to fight your way back to the lead lap. Then that all heck breaks loose out of 4, and you drove into the grass and managed to avoid all of it.
Yeah, that'll never happen for me, so I'll take that one.
Well, John Barry said now you got to go get that top 10. Can you get it done? How is the car? I know it's had a few incidents.
Right now, the car's running pretty good. It's pretty racy right now. I got minimal damage. I think I got like 8 seconds left of damage. Fresh tires, grips in the track, so we're good.
Well, man, good luck. That was an awesome, awesome save, and hopefully you can keep moving forward, get that top 10 here tonight.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Ryan McDaniel finally gets Lady Luck on his side tonight. Several drivers just barely managing to avoid that. Brandon Newby, DJ Kenner both had to go to the apron. Mike Brown is still on pit road. He took a bit of a hit. Trevor Sotheby took a bit of a hit. Harold Rothery took a lot of a hit. Brian Hewitt was airborne briefly. That car may not make it back out tonight. But what a wild ride he had. Russell, man, you kept fighting all night. You kept making your way forward, buddy. I got to hand it to you. You had a great race going on. Lights are back out on the pace car. Colby Whipple just dived back down pit road in 13th. Looks like we'll have 13 cars restarting on the lead lap. Several cars still on pit road getting repairs, hoping to get back out, get at least 1 or 2 laps, maybe pick up some positions here. Russell, as long as you're having fun, buddy, and I know how happy you are to be back out there. We'll have less than 25 to go when the green drops. Colby Whipple just rolled off pit road trying to catch back up to the pack as the green is about to drop. Pace car is in. They are away. Green flag is in the air. 23 to go at the line. Kirk gets another amazing launch. Austin Hakes this time pulls off the better launch underneath Cody Kennedy, reclaims second. Jeremy Edwards is back in the fight as well. Richie Joplin currently sitting back in fifth. Jacob Morgan looking at their peeper. Lonnie, I'm glad you're back, buddy, but that was rough, bud. Aaron Brill back in 11th. DJ Kenner in 12th. Ryan McDaniel in 13th. Whipple made that last-minute pit stop. Is way back now in 14th. And Jeremy Edwards moving up into second, just set the fastest lap of the night. We've been documenting the fact the track temperature has been coming down. It is now down to 97 degrees. The drivers get a little added grip for the last run with 20 laps to go. Jeremy Edwards slides back to fourth on that lap. Now goes back to the high side on Cody. Clay Kirchenbauer, meanwhile, fighting with DJ Kenner. Clay starting to move forward again. Patrick Pieper back up into 8th. Brandon Newby in 7th. Richie Joplin still holding on to 6th. Jacob Morgan in 5th. Kirk Marble still holds the lead, but Austin Hakes is closing in quick. Pieper, Kirchenbauer, Kenner, all fighting. Aaron Brill right behind. Ryan McDaniel's car, he said he still has some damage to it, but he is not out of this. He is in 12th. Kirk Marble has led the most laps here tonight, but this thing is far from over. Will he be able to hold them off? And this battle from 8th on back at the moment is where all the excitement is. Jeremy Root also has fought back, got some of his laps back. He's only 5 laps down now in 14th. Root just does not give up, and it is paying off tonight. Aaron Brill having a great night as well, up to 11th, up from 20th. Ryan McDaniel, who started 23rd, now in 12th. The big story for Ryan is managing to avoid that big wreck out of turn 4. Finally, potentially breaking that bad luck streak. The car is damaged, but he is not losing a lot of ground on the leaders. He might still be able to pull off 1 or 2 more spots. Cody Kennedy sits in 3rd. Jeremy Edwards in 4th. Jacob Morgan has now moved into the top 5. Jacob Morgan has been quietly working his way up all night. He started in 11th, lost some ground early, but just keeps moving forward. Everybody was on pit road, lap 102. So most of these drivers will have 32 laps on the tires by the time the checkered flag drops here tonight. And we have seen all night at that 25 lap mark, the car's really starting to slide. The track has cooled off. They have had those tires on through a caution. So an entire heat cycle has gone through them. Will they have more grip now, or will that heat cycle throw them off and cause problems late in the run? Jacob Morgan still has Richie Joplin and Brandon Newby right there with them. Kirchenbauer and Pieper battling it out. Pieper in 8th, Clay drifting back a little bit in 9th. Aaron Brill in 10th, trying to make a move on DJ the Iceman Kenner. Aaron Brill now into the top 10. He started in 20th. Brill just quietly working his way through the field as he does week in and week out. Hey, thank you, Race Nation. Appreciate it. Kirk Marble out front is going to come into some lap traffic. Colby Whipple not far ahead, and it does appear Colby is off pace. 10 to go. How much of an impact is that lap traffic gonna have? Colby moving up high to let the leaders get by. DJ Kenner trying to fight his way back into the top 10. Kirk Marble has opened up a half-second lead now on Austin Hakes. Cody Kennedy still in 3rd. Jeremy Edwards in 4th. Richie Joplin in 5th. This may come down to who is taking care of their tires the best on this late in this final run. Now Richie looks to the bottom under Jeremy. Cody Kennedy appears to have lost some momentum through 3 and 4. Jeremy and Richie closing up quick. Jacob Morgan still lurking right behind in 6th. Brandon Newby has cleared traffic and is starting to reel in Jacob Morgan again. Richie Joplin underneath has the run out of 2. Kirk Marble has moved way up the track through 3 and 4. We talked about it earlier in the race, that oval refresh that iRacing has been working on has changed the way the drivers have to attack the tracks. We've seen the change in the track temperatures. We see the drivers moving around to fine grip. The lines change dramatically depending on tire wear, temperature, grip levels. Kirk Marble is moving around, finding where he is fastest, and it's paying off. The gap now 0.6 of a second. Richie Joplin now starting to reel in 3rd place, Cody Kennedy. Jacob Morgan back in 6th, Newby in 7th on the Root's bumper. Root has fought back after that connection loss early in the race to move up into 14th. 5 laps to go, now coming to 4 to go for Kirk Marble. Lap cars dropping down to the bottom. Austin Hakes doing everything he can to close that gap. Cody Kennedy still sitting there, but Richie Joplin is closing in with 3 laps to go. Kirk Marble is seeing that car get closer and closer. Austin Hakes now less than half a second behind. Two laps to go. Does Kirk have enough to hold him off? Does Austin have enough to get there? Oh, we've got Austin Hakes hanging it all out. He kissed the wall on a 2. But it has paid off. He is 0.3 of a second behind the leader. And here it comes. White flag is in the air. One more time around. Through 1 and 2, Kirk pulls 1/10 of a second. Oh, Austin really gets the wall that time. Richie Joplin now looking underneath Cody Kennedy for 3rd, but Kirk Marble pulls away through 3 and 4. Kirk Marble is gonna pull off the win at Vegas. Austin Hakes comes home in 2nd. And the man who said he hates this track, Richie Joplin, comes home in 3rd. What a race. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Richie Joplin. Richie, I seem to recall you saying you hate this track.
I do hate this track. Now everybody's beating my bumper.
Well, do you hate it as much now after that race?
No, I've got to figure out how to save tire, and I did save tire with a little bit of help of Rudy Tootie there explaining stuff to me. I just looked up, got 3rd. Thanks for Cody for racing me clean for that 3rd place. He could have knocked me out of the way, but he didn't.
Well, man, a great job, a great finish, and obviously an awesome points night. Congratulations, buddy.
What do you think about my paint?
I absolutely love your paint. It better get in victory lane this season.
I hope it will.
Great job tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
Richie Joplin comes home in 3rd. Austin Hakes in 2nd. Hey, Austin, it's Doug. You got me? Austin Hakes, it's Doug in the booth. You got me? Okay, looks like we have a connection problem with Austin. So let's talk to our winner. Kirk, man, I kind of had a feeling after last time we talked that tonight was your night.
Hey, that was a good race, wasn't it?
It definitely was. I have to say, I wondered if Austin was going to get to you that last 5 laps. He was really hanging it out, but on the white flag lap, he just got the wall a little too much out of 2.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know where he came from. He got me sweating bullets.
I can imagine. That was a wild battle. You managed to stay up front and stay out of trouble. You had to deal with a little bit of lap traffic there, but in the end, nothing slowed you down tonight.
Oh, no. I said, this track reminds me a lot of the old Atlanta, and I was really good at that track, so let's keep it rolling.
Well, man, a great job tonight. A big points night for you as well, and your first Nowski win.
Oh, heck yeah. That's awesome.
Man, great job tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Kirk Marble gets his first Nowski win. What a night. What a race. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, Home Motorsports, the cleanest league on iRacing, is back. We have the Community Convoy Friday night, and we might have something special coming for you Saturday. Make sure you tune in. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. Have a great night, everybody.